So after a 50-hour plus drive, we're here at Orlando Speed World for Sick Week 2024. So this is my 2017 Mustang S550. I've had it close to 4 years now. Changed a lot of things along the way since I took possession of the car, and pretty excited to run it down here for this week. Let's take a look at the car a little closer.
Kolby, my man, how you doing?
Good, really good.
Good. Fellow Canadian, made it down to Florida. We're out of the snow, we're in the nice weather, and we're here for Sick Week, and we got your incredible Twin Turbo S550 here. Talk to me about this car. What kind of power is something like this making?
Probably close to 1,600.
1,600 to the tire or?
To the wheels, yeah.
To the wheels, okay. So turbo size, what are we working with under the hood here?
So they're twin precision 6870 Gen 2s.
Okay, awesome. So a car like this is Coyote, obviously a 5-liter.
Yep.
These new Gen motors have been really powerful and obviously a powerhouse motor. Is this, I'm assuming this has to be a built engine.
Yeah, it's a built motor, factory crank, rods and pistons. Even the heads, they're not ported, but all the strong components, timing chains, they've been upgraded, so.
Of course. So now you've owned the car for about 4 years. Was it always like this whenever you bought it, or?
I bought it off a friend of mine in Fort McMurray, and he did a lot of work to the car. He brought it to a very similar state to where it's at now, and there was a lot of fine tuning, small things to work through, wiring, and just getting the car to perform, and that's what I've done since I've had it, so.
Of course. Now for everyone watching at home, Kolby here is no stranger to drag and drives. We actually met Kolby a little bit earlier last year, Miles of Mayhem, which is Canada's big premier drag and drive. But now this would be your first Sick Week, is that correct?
First Sick Week, yep.
First Sick Week. And now we're at the Super Bowl of drag and drives.
That's why we're here.
Absolutely. So it's going to be a wicked week. I'm excited to watch this thing run. There's a lot going on with this car. It looks like there's some stuff going on here. I'm assuming there's some weight savings in a car like this.
Actually, the opposite. It's very heavy.
Oh, okay.
You know what? It's a full street car, full interior, you know, full tank of fuel, pretty heavy, and we run it that way, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, normally would you find yourself to be an 1/8 mile racer? Or are you normally a 1/4 mile racer, or it just depends on the event?
Don't have a lot of time out on this car. We've done both events. We've ran 1/8 mile and quarter.
Okay, and so far, what's your best 1/8 mile time with the car?
The best has been a 5:04 at 1:46.
Okay, and so I'm assuming we're running 1/4 mile today?
No, 1/8 mile today.
Okay, so are you in Rowdy Radial then?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 235 series tire, 8 inches wide, right? Is that what it is?
So that's the first time we've had 8.5s on this car.
Okay.
Normally it's a 275 tire. So,
awesome. Okay, well, we're excited to see you run all week, but you know what? Let's get back into it. Let's check out the rest of the car, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, Kolby, take me through the interior here. What do we got going on?
So we tried to keep it really stock in here. We still have the factory heater, no air conditioning. The nav screen works, the backup camera works, Sirius satellite radio, all the factory functions work. There's no weight savings behind the dash either, and we just have a Holley screen that shows us the data off the Holley Dominator that's controlling the car.
So it looks like we got a parachute mount in here too, or a lever in here as well.
Yeah, that's a parachute mount, no CO2, just by hand. So.
Okay, Kolby, talk to me about the rest of the car. Obviously, tires, suspension, brakes, what's going on?
So as far as, well, let's start with the bigger things. So the rear end, it's a G-Force 9-inch independent rear end. So it's their pumpkin, their center section, their axles. It runs a turbo 400 transmission. So it's just a 3-speed, so no overdrive. So it definitely revs a little higher as we're cruising down the road. It has Belloc wheels, a single beadlock in the rear, skinnies in the front. And we're on a 26 by 8.5-inch tire today.
Awesome. Now the paint on this car, I'm assuming it's probably not paint, it's probably a wrap, isn't it?
It's a wrap, yeah.
I got it. Now what would you call that? Is that like a satin white?
So it's called satin pearl white. Yeah.
Satin pearl white. The color, guys, I wish you could see this car at home. It looks incredible. It really does. I love the color on this car. So now we've got, have you done tech already or no?
Yeah, went through tech, got done right away, went really good.
Okay, so I believe track goes hot today at 2 o'clock. And obviously we have 5 days, 4 tracks, all kinds of havoc that's gonna go down this weekend, and we're excited to follow your story. So if it's all right with you, we're gonna hit you up all week long.
Perfect, sounds great.
Awesome, thanks Kolby, we'll see you in a bit. All right guys, Team Canada's back in the house. Let's see what Kolby can put down here for his first official run at Sick Week. 15 miles an hour. Kolby, my man, that first run here at Sick Week looked like you were flying pretty good. Talk to me about your first run.
Yeah, so we had a hard day yesterday in testing. Obviously the car, it's never been on 235s before. Makes a lot of power, but it also has a gear ratio designed for a bigger tire. So we ended up trying a whole new strategy. A couple buddies messaged me last night from Canada. We ended up doing a second gear leave instead of leaving in first gear to really knock a lot of gear ratio out of it. We put some power back in it, and it did exactly what we wanted it to do. Now the bad thing, the car is certed to an 850. I was informed that if I had an 850 time slip in or slower, they're fine with that. But now they are looking at the 8th mile cert. So they just cut us down to 535. So we're already way too fast, so now we have to pull a lot of power out and just have some fun. So
you're past that run that you just did. What was your 8th mile time, if you don't mind me asking?
So it ran a 5:15 at 147 mile per hour in the 8th, and it was only a 138.60. We just wanted to hook the tire and boogie. So.
Okay, yeah. So we're making another. I guess you need to make another pass right away.
You know what? We may do 2 or 3 more just to chip away at it, and we're, you know what? Not sure if we're gonna go for the 535, 540. We're on a 560 at this point. We're not competitive in the class because we felt we'd have to go 5.0s, 5 teens to be competitive. So you know what? That's okay. Rules are rules, and we're just here to have some fun now. So.
Okay. Well, good luck with your next couple runs here.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
All right, guys, we got Kolby from Alberta, Canada. Hey, Kolby, how are we doing today?
You know what? Today's been an interesting day, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, luckily we're down here in Florida. We're out of the snow. We got nice weather. We're at Bradenton Motorsports Park, and now you've had a run today. Take me through it, and why is your car up on jack stands? What's going on?
Well, today, so good and bad. We got up to the lanes, put a bit more of a spicy tune-up in it, just a little bit. You know, we're really new at this rowdy radial small tire stuff. We're having to leave in second gear and knock a whole bunch of power out of it. And we actually managed to personal best the car down here in full weight. It's 3,800 pounds. I scaled it yesterday, and we ran a 501 at 147 in the 8th.
Wow.
So, originally yesterday, there was a bit of drama. Well, I guess I shouldn't say drama. There were some conversations about how fast we're allowed to go in the 8th mile versus the quarter. There was a ruling that it was 5:35 in the 8th. That was my max. So I said, yeah, no worries, not a problem. I'll run my 8 no faster than 850 also in the quarter. And what ended up happening is they came back and said the 8th mile time isn't restricted. So now we can run pretty much whatever you can in the 8th and no faster than 850 in the quarter. So that's why the chute's out right at the 8th and I'm on the brakes really hard.
Well, that's good news, because actually I was looking at the standings last night whenever I was editing all night, and I saw your name on the list with a 507, and I was like, why is his name on the list? I thought he would have been disqualified, but yeah. I guess, as you said, you just explained it, so that's wonderful news. So you have a 507, a 501, your personal best ever. You're currently sitting, I think, 4th in the class. Now, once again, as you mentioned, the leaders in this class are in really, really lightweight cars, massive power, like cars that weigh 2,500 pounds and less.
Yeah, they're 1,000, 1,500 pounds lighter than me. I mean, I could pull 100 pounds out right now. I have a passenger seat that weighs 40. I got a spare CO2 bottle, rear seat in the car. Like, we're just here having fun, and you know what? The car has exceeded my expectation. I didn't think it'd go faster than a 5.3 on a small tire like this, and it's been awesome. Just, you know what, we've had some problems too. I'll get into that in a sec, but it's been great so far with the passes we've had. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, why don't you address those problems? Tell me what's going on. Why is the car on jack stands? What's going on up there?
Yeah, so the car developed a bit of a boost leak. It ended up pushing out one side of the intercooler, exploded it, cracked the headlight. chipped the front bumper on the car. But you know what? That's all part of it. Everything else is still together. We found a local guy that is lending us his fab shop. He's on sick week. Awesome guy. He's got a little S2000 he's racing. Another gentleman is going to use the fab shop. We're going to weld it up here in about half an hour. Hopefully be on the road in a couple hours and just cruising our way to Gainesville.
Awesome. Okay, well, good luck getting it all fixed up. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Okay, guys, we got Kolby on the line right now. It's first pass here at Gainesville. He ran a 507 first day in the age, 501 yesterday. Bump in there. Okay, let's try this again. That was a really good pass. We'll have to catch up with Kolby in a minute here to see what happened. Kolby, sick week, day 4. How are we doing today, man?
You know what? Day 4 has been the best one so far.
Good to hear. So now, I don't remember if I caught up with you yesterday or not. You were pretty busy, I think, but I believe I caught your run. You ran around 501 yesterday, and now today you've had almost an identical pass. Can you take me through the pass you just ran here at SGMP?
Yeah, so today was great. We didn't really change much from yesterday, from our second run yesterday. We did a 502.3. Again, just the car's blowing me away from what we planned to even do coming down here on these small tires. And it went great, no drama, no issues, one pass. We're half packed up and we're gonna be out of here hopefully within an hour, so.
Yeah, now, I guess the other day you had a really late night too, didn't you?
Yeah, so I don't know if we caught up on day 2. We blew an intercooler out.
Yes, yeah, took out the headlight and stuff like that.
Yeah, cracked the bumper, took out the headlight, so we have Flex Seal tape holding the headlight together. We super glued the bumper together, and there's part of the grille missing, but the big thing is we managed to find somebody, another competitor, to help us weld the intercooler. By the time we got that back in the car, we were the second last car to leave the track from, oh geez, that was Bradenton, I believe.
Yeah.
And we got on the road around 8:30 and got to our hotel about 1:45 in the morning. So, long drive.
Okay, well, luckily, knock on wood, everything's well, the car's good. Yep. You can hit the road here right away and actually maybe enjoy the evening tonight.
Yeah, try and get some food and have a good time. So.
Awesome. Well, have fun now. We'll chat with you tomorrow.
Awesome.
Guys, Kolby bouck is up on the line here. Orlando, day 5, sick week. He's been running pretty quick. So he's rowdy radial 235 tire. I believe he's been running low 5s. 501 was his PB set here at sick week. He's done a 502. We won't know the time on the board, but we'll get the second class. 9:15. As you can see, he always dumps the parachute and the brakes. He's got to slow down because he's started for 850.
All right, guys, it's day 5 of sick week. We did 2 passes today. First pass ended up being a little better. We turned it up. Second one didn't go quite as planned, so handed it in. Very consistent for, all week, and just super awesome event. And thanks for following along and watching, the story day by day. And it's just great that we can share it with you.